The latest BTS live broadcast has shaken the fandom to its core, igniting heated discussions across every corner of ARMY spaces worldwide. Jungkook and Taehyung's unexpected display of closeness during the session left fans astonished and divided, especially among those who have long speculated about the dynamics between Jungkook, Taehyung, and Jimin. Could this live finally prove that the rumored distance between Taekook was nothing but unfounded gossip? Or has it sparked a new wave of tension among fans loyal to other pairings? The live began innocently, with RM, Jungkook, and Taehyung casually interacting and sharing laughter as millions of viewers tuned in. At first glance, it appeared to be a typical BTS broadcast, full of playful energy and lighthearted banter. However, what set this session apart was the undeniable chemistry between Jungkook and Taehyung, moments so natural and effortless that fans could not ignore them. From subtle shoulder taps to prolonged eye contact and inside jokes that seemed deeply personal, their dynamic became the centerpiece of discussion almost instantly. This is particularly significant given the backdrop of recent rumors suggesting a rift between the two. For weeks, online whispers circulated about Taekook allegedly drifting apart, causing concern among supporters of their bond. Yet the live broadcast seemed to dismantle such narratives entirely. Viewers observed how Jungkook laughed uncontrollably at Taehyung's jokes, how Taehyung leaned comfortably toward Jungkook, and how both appeared to exist in their own world despite RM's presence. The fluidity of their interaction suggested a relationship not only intact but thriving, possibly even stronger than before. The impact on fans was immediate and polarizing. Taekook enthusiasts flooded social media with clips and screenshots, declaring this live as proof of the unshakable connection between Jungkook and Taehyung. Comments like, "They've always been this close, but this feels different," and "This just destroyed all the separation rumors," trended globally. In contrast, Jikook fans, those who passionately support the dynamic between Jungkook and Jimin, expressed unease. Many questioned whether this display of affection was spontaneous or perhaps calculated to shift the spotlight, adding another layer of intrigue. The tone of Jungkook and Taehyung's interactions felt almost familial, transcending the boundaries of friendship. ARMYs described it as more than close but less than romantic, likening the bond to that of brothers or even lifelong companions. This description has only fueled debates. Is their relationship simply an outcome of growing up together under unimaginable circumstances? Or is there something more profound that the public has yet to grasp? The stakes were raised further when Taehyung, hours after the live, shared an ambiguous Instagram update. Though the post was minimalistic, a serene black and white photo, it was enough to send fans spiraling into speculation. Was it a continuation of the emotional energy from the live session? Was it an unspoken acknowledgement of the conversations exploding online? Or was it entirely unrelated, with fans projecting their own narratives onto it? As expected, the Lev's ripple effect extended beyond Taekook's immediate supporters. Longtime ARMYs pointed out that BTS as a group has always fostered deep bonds among its members, making it challenging to distinguish platonic closeness from anything more complex. But the highly observant nature of fandom culture means even the smallest gestures, a shared glance, a light touch, can be interpreted as significant. For Jikook fans, the session was a test of loyalty and perspective. Many defended Jungkook and Jimin's history of intimate interactions, citing past broadcasts where their connection was just as palpable. Others expressed frustration at what they perceived as overanalysis by Taekook supporters, warning against turning casual moments into definitive conclusions. Still, some admitted feeling conflicted, torn between their love for both dynamics and the emotional weight each pairing carries within the fandom. What remains indisputable is BTS's uncanny ability to keep ARMY emotionally engaged. Whether intentional or not, moments like these stir profound reactions that transcend geographical and cultural boundaries. Fans are not merely watching idols. They are witnessing a shared history, one that feels personal and collective at the same time. But as speculation continues, an uncomfortable question emerges. How much of what fans perceive reflects reality, and how much is constructed from longing and imagination? Are these live sessions genuine glimpses into the members' private world, or carefully curated performances designed to sustain engagement? The answer may never be clear. Yet perhaps that is the essence of BTS's power, their ability to blur the lines between performance and authenticity, leaving fans suspended in a state of perpetual curiosity. And as long as moments like these continue to surface, ARMY will remain captivated, analyzing, debating, and emotionally invested in every subtle interaction. This live session was not just another fleeting update. It became a cultural phenomenon, a turning point in the ongoing narrative of Taekook, and a catalyst for introspection among Jikook fans. The fandom now stands at a crossroads. Will future broadcasts reinforce the apparent closeness between Jungkook and Taehyung, or will they restore balance by highlighting other dynamics within the group? Until the next live occurs, one thing is certain. BTS has once again reminded the world why their story and their relationships continue to command unparalleled attention. Yet amid the frenzy surrounding this BTS live session, one critical question persists. How much of what we are witnessing is an authentic reflection of Jungkook and Taehyung's personal bond, and how much is shaped by the media ecosystem that thrives on sensational narratives? Are these so-called Taekook moments genuine and spontaneous interactions between two artists, or are they carefully amplified by selective clips circulating on TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube to fit pre-existing fan theories? As viewers dissect each frame and word exchanged during the live, it is imperative to confront the possibility that what appears to be natural chemistry could, in some interpretations, be the result of performative dynamics crafted, intentionally or not, for audience consumption. Could the members, conscious of the fan attention surrounding their every move, be engaging in behavior that sustains the fandom's interest? Or is such speculation an overreach, reducing their sincere friendship to nothing more than a marketing tool in the eyes of skeptics? This raises a deeper, unsettling question. Are fans unknowingly complicit in perpetuating narratives that may not exist beyond the screen? When clips of Jungkook laughing at Taehyung's jokes or Taehyung leaning towards Jungkook are extracted and reshared millions of times, do they retain their original context? Or are they transformed into symbols of a storyline the fandom desperately wants to believe? And what are the consequences of treating such fleeting interactions as evidence of something profound? Furthermore, the timing of these interactions cannot be overlooked. Why did such a highly publicized moment occur amid ongoing speculation about Taekook's relationship? Is this mere coincidence, or could it be part of a broader strategy, consciously or unconsciously, aimed at sustaining public engagement? The entertainment industry is no stranger to leveraging interpersonal dynamics to fuel interest, and it would be naive to ignore this possibility. Yet it would also be unjust to assume manipulation without definitive proof. So, where does the truth lie? For fans of Jikook, the live session presents an equally challenging dilemma. Should they interpret Jungkook's apparent comfort and closeness with Taehyung as a threat to their favor dynamic with Jimin, or as evidence that all members share a level of intimacy that transcends pairings and defies simplistic labels? Is the competitive energy within fandom spaces, often pitting ship against ship, blinding observers to the complexities of BTS's real relationships? As these questions reverberate, another critical point emerges. In an era of viral content and algorithm-driven platforms, how much of what fans perceive is organic, and how much is curated by forces beyond their control? The clips that dominate feeds are often the most provocative, designed to elicit an emotional response. Does this mean that the current debate over Taekook is less about Jungkook and Taehyung themselves and more about the fandom's collective yearning for a compelling narrative? Moreover, it is essential to scrutinize the role of media outlets and content creators in shaping perceptions. The endless loop of reaction videos, speculative threads, and viral edits amplifies emotions to such an extent that distinguishing fact from fabrication becomes increasingly difficult. Are these narratives being crafted for clicks and engagement rather than for an honest representation of reality? And if so, how should fans respond? We must also consider the psychological dimension of this phenomenon. To what extent are these discussions a projection of fan desires onto two individuals who have shared over a decade of professional and personal growth? Is it ethical to reduce their multifaceted relationship to a single label or theory for the sake of entertainment? It is precisely these questions that demand deeper reflection. As much as ARMY may feel emotionally invested in Taekook or Jikook, it is vital to approach every moment, no matter how seemingly revealing, with a degree of skepticism. Could the emotional reactions being generated by this live session be less about the idols themselves and more about the way fandom culture operates in the age of instant content and perpetual speculation? This is not to dismiss the power of such moments. On the contrary, they reveal the profound connection between BTS and their fans, a relationship that transcends music and enters the realm of shared experience. But it is equally important to ask, when fans claim to see something deeper in these interactions, are they uncovering a hidden truth, or are they constructing meaning where none exists? As the debates rage on, one must ask, is this live session truly a turning point for Taekook and a blow to Jikook narratives? Or is it simply another cycle in the ever-evolving drama that fandom culture thrives upon? And more importantly, why do these dynamics hold such power over millions of people across the globe? The answer to these questions will not come easily. It requires fans to confront their own biases and to consider whether their loyalty to certain narratives is clouding their judgment. In a digital landscape where perception often overshadows reality, the risk of mistaking curated moments for authenticity grows ever greater. Therefore, we must ask ourselves, are we engaging with these interactions as passive consumers of content, or as critical observers capable of separating fact from fabrication? Are we willing to challenge the stories we have been told, even when they align with our deepest hopes and emotional investments? This BTS live broadcast has, intentionally or not, become a mirror reflecting the fandom's own complexities, its passions, its divisions, and its susceptibility to sensationalism. The lingering question remains, do we truly know Jungkook and Taehyung as they are, or only as they are perceived through the fragmented lens of social media and media narratives? The time has come for ARMY to consider these questions carefully. Every moment we choose to believe uncritically feeds into a cycle where truth becomes secondary to entertainment. To honor BTS and their journey, perhaps the most respectful stance is one of thoughtful skepticism, celebrating their artistry and bonds while resisting the urge to impose narratives that may ultimately serve only the algorithms, not the artists themselves.